is thinking. Oh, hello, world. My name is Ashley Collins, aka Beyond to Dragons. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. I have very special guests with me today. We're basically going to be documenting what's going on right now, present tense in 2021. I almost said 2022, but it's cool. Like they all numbers, right? Okay, so please introduce us to yourself. Who are you? What do you do, etc., etc.
Dad, would you like to go first, or you want me to just kind of?
I'll go. My name is Pedro Colon. I am an instructor at my daughter's high school. I am also a carpenter. That's what I do. I'm an instructor slash carpenter. I teach.
Like Joseph.
I teach what I know.
Like Joseph in the Bible.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then who are you?
I am Yasmin. I am Yasmin Malone, and I am a student. I'm a student at Leland High School.
All right, cool. So
future interior.
Go ahead.
I'm a future interior designer.
Oh, you're studying interior design.
Yes.
How cool is that? Wow. Okay, so first question, icebreaker. Who's the funniest person that you know?
I really don't think there's a person that, because I'm goofy, I'm just naturally goofy. I laugh at anything. So like, to me, like anything that just makes me smile, like my dad, he's a great, he loves making jokes, especially dad jokes. Everybody loves dad jokes, but his dad jokes and my sister crack jokes all the time. So like, I'm always constantly laughing. So my family is really funny to me.
Cool. And for those of you who are watching live, I cannot see comments. So if you comment, I'm not ignoring you. It just doesn't pop up on my side. But thank you for viewing. Okay, so you also are athletic. You're involved in sports.
Yes, ma'am. I am.
What do you do?
I play tennis. I'm the high school's #1 singles. And I also ran track. I ran the 4x4 on my track team.
So tell us about your sports experience. What made you even want to get involved doing that?
Well, tennis is really my main sport. I've always had a love for tennis. And it really started when I was in like the 5th grade, because my mom was constantly watching Serena play. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so good. And she's winning so many titles, and that's cool. And I want to do the same thing. And, it just, me watching Serena on a daily basis when I could not watch, cartoons, and when my mom would sit there and watch tennis, it grew on me. And, when I started watching it more and more, and I was like, I want to do it, Mom. I want to do it. I'm sure that's what I want to do. And she was like, okay. And they never got me anything. So I was kind of, I was like, I guess I won't be playing it then. And the Christmas that year, they got me a tennis racket. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to play. And I was like, yeah, you got your lessons. We're going to go see how much your lessons are going to cost and stuff. And my lessons were free. They turned out to be free. So I get a lot of recognition from other high school coaches for being one of the only left-handed players in the state of Mississippi. And, that brings a lot of attention to you because we're very hard to find. So, I got a lot of attention the first year I played for the high school. And, I had, people constantly looking at me and just, and I felt so awkward. And I was like, it's nerve-wracking. It's really nerve-wracking, doing all that type of stuff. So it was just a thing that grew on me, really.
Do you find that as a left-handed player that are you not allowed to compete with other, like you can do all the competitions, right?
Yeah. It's just the thing is we have an advantage because there are so many right-handed players. You can kind of predict what's going to happen. But with a left-handed player, you can predict it, but you can never just quite predict where it's going to go. So we have an advantage when we do play right-handed people that are so, used to right-handed players. So we do have quite the advantage.
Interesting. Okay, so with COVID right now, are you in school?
No, we're online.
All online?
Yes.
So how do you feel that like affects your social interactions, if at all?
I would like to say that it affects me quite a lot because I'm a very social person. I make friends quite easily, you know. It's only like it bothers me a lot because COVID kind of ruined a lot of things for me. And I'm just being a senior, and like I would never get to know how it feels walking around the high school feeling like a senior. I'll never get that feeling or that experience ever again because COVID's here. And that triggers me a lot because all of my friends, that's how we meet through school.
Mm-hmm.
We don't meet we're meeting very rarely on the weekends. And that bothers me because some of my friends are out of state, and they don't we can't really just do anything. So it kind of bothers me that I just can't be with them all the time, like how it was at school.
So since you guys aren't in physical school anymore, how has bullying changed? Has it like adapted? Has it gone away?
I wouldn't say that it's gone away, but I would say it has decreased. But I feel kind of biased on that too because those popular kids that are used to getting that attention, they're used to receiving that attention. And I read an article on it the other day, but those popular kids that were getting that attention are now committing suicide because of the attention that they're lacking.
Oh wow.
So, that type of stuff, it just I really don't know. Like to me, it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna talk to my friends regardless and things like that. But the bullying, I feel like it's become more of a threat to the popular kids than it has the kids that were getting bullied. I feel like it has decreased quite a lot.
Interesting. It's very interesting. So following that then, why do you think it's important to be kind to people?
It's important to be kind to people because you never know what they're going through. You never know what they're going through. And what they're going through can be 10 times worse than what you're going through. And you'll never know that because you don't know them. So it's always just it's just nice to be kind to everyone. It's just nice. You just be nice. Even if you don't really like the person, you gotta be nice because you never know. You never know what's going through their mind. Suicide can go through their mind. And you wouldn't know that because, you could be the cause of that just for simply, bullying them and stuff. So, that's really,
Who taught you to be kind?
my parents. And my parents taught me to be kind, but I kind of learned it as I grew up because, with me and my sisters being the way we are, we fight a lot. So with me and my sisters being the way we are, it just sometimes you have to be nice to them because, you don't want them to feel, attacked at all times, even though I feel like I really just want to sometimes, sometimes it just, they break things and, you get upset because they break things. So you kind of just like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. Another one. So my parents really taught me.
So question for you, Mr. Cologne. We have a mutual friend, Terry Little. How do you know Terry?
I'm sorry, say again?
We have a mutual friend, Terry Little. How do you know Terry?
I'm sorry. The name escapes me.
You're so funny.
The name escapes me.
Terry from the Knucklehead Chronicles.
Oh, actually, no. I only recently met him because my brother's actually the one that has the podcast with him. So my brother was actually my brother's is as Kevin Peoples.
No, really?
Yes, ma'am.
Kevin's like the coolest guy.
That's the connection. So I don't recognize the name because I just happened to be on the show with my when my daughter was on there, and that's the most I know of Mr. Little.
That's so cool. Like 6 degrees of separation. That's so cool. Okay, okay. Okay, so back to you, Yasmin. So apps like TikTok and Snapchat. I don't know if people are still using Snapchat or not. Um, do you think that there's pressure to keep up with a certain kind of environment with those apps? And then if you do feel like there's a pressure, how would you like to change it?
Because I don't know. Because like everybody's into TikTok now, and TikTok, brings bright ideas and all those type of things. So in a sense, I do feel like there's pressure because you have all these kids now wanting to oh, I'm gonna join TikTok. I want to be TikTok famous, and it's not always about being TikTok famous.
Yeah.
It's just about being social. And it's just about getting out there. It's not always just about it's about having fun. Those apps are supposed to be about having fun, and like I feel like some people misuse those apps in a way. So to me, yes, I feel like they do put a little pressure on people now because they're always so focused on being famous.
Yeah.
Famous, the focus with those type of apps. Like I just want to be famous and I want to get money from being famous. And I just feel like that's a lot of pressure because it's not really fun anymore if you just want to do it for money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be fun.
So how would you like to change it?
I would stop offering money. I would just let them do it for fun. Because I feel like if you offer money, then everyone's going to want to do it just for the money. That's all they're going to want to do it for. You create content because you want it to be fun, not to make money. You want people to look at you and be like, oh, she's a cool person. Oh, he's a nice dude. You don't want it to be like, oh, I'm only just doing this for money. There's really nothing behind it. And I feel like they really misuse that.
True. That's true. Wow. 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 Okay. How comfortable do you feel with who you are right now in life?
I feel I could work on some things. Like I know my friends tell me a lot that I have poor communication skills. In a way I do because like when I'm upset, I really don't say anything. And like you can tell when I'm happy because I'm always smiling. But like when I'm upset and when I'm quiet, they get really scared. And they're like, "What's going on?" And I have poor communication issues when it comes to being upset or when it comes to being scared. In a sense, because in my sense, scared is like losing somebody scared.
Yeah.
Like having like maybe one day I screwed up and then they don't want to be my friend no more. Or, they don't want to do this with me or they don't want to hang around me no more. And that's my fear because I love the people I'm around. So, things like I would love to work on my communication with my friends in feeling that certain way. But then I really love who I'm becoming to be because of them and my family.
So follow-up question to that. What actions can you take today or tomorrow in order to make the world a better place?
I would just be kind. I would just start being a little bit kinder to people. Because like I said before, you never know what's really going through their mind, and one statement that you may say wrong could, kill them, or something seriously bad can happen to them, and you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want that to happen to you. So the way you prevent that is you be kind to them. So what I would start doing is I would start being kind to everyone that I meet because I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. I don't wish bad things on anybody. So I would try, my best to be kind to people, even though, their hair may not look as good as mine, or, their clothes may not be the best of the best, or they may be from Walmart or something. But, you be kind because I know a lot of people, do that. They judge you by your shoes oh, you got your shoes from Walmart. I don't want to hang out with you. No, you be kind. Being kind is the way to do things.
And then let's say that you had a position of power today, right? Let's say that you were the president. What's something that you would make a law right now?
You broke up. What did you say? Excuse me?
What's something that you would make a law right now if you were president of the United States?
I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know.
It's okay. Okay. And then final questions. I'm gonna let you go for the evening, afternoon to enjoy whatever you have planned. What do you love most about your family?
I love how caring we are. Cause one of my friends, she comes over all the time. And it's gotten so bad to the point where she comes over so much to the point like she's now like one of our big sisters now. And like she's so fun to have around. And my parents, they're kind of like, yeah, she can come on in. Like she might as well have a key to the house now, as many times as she's been over in the past 3 weeks. She might as well have a key. So I love how caring my parents are because we had an ice storm recently in Mississippi, and she got stuck at our house. And my parents are like, no, you can't go anywhere. You can't leave now. We're in the middle of an ice storm. The roads are slippery. You can't really drive. So no, you're not allowed to go anywhere. That's really what my dad said. So I'm not gonna let you go anywhere. So you might as well stay here for the next week. So, the fact that, that's just my friend, but he cares so much to the point where, he's not gonna let any bad things happen to her. Not on his watch, because that'll be looked bad on him because he's the one that let her go. So, I love how caring my family is. We're really funny. We're like one of the like most creative people in like all of Mississippi. Like if me and my family had to do an art competition, we would most definitely win because my sisters are creative. I'm creative. My dad and my mom, we're all creative, and we're just a creative family. And like, I love that. I love that we can work together in that way. We may be
competitive. Super competitive.
We may be chaotic, but we get things done. And I like that about my family. Even though my dad has to fuss at me about a lot of things, there's still things have to be done to do, that I love, I love all of it. I love how compassionate we are about things.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Yasmin. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Cologne. This was very rewarding. I have a lot of self-reflection I'm going to do after this. Thank you guys so much for your time. I'll talk to you guys later, okay?
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
You have a great day. Bye.
You too.